Hello peeps and welcome to Sundays with Sparky. I don't know why I did the noise because I put that in post. I'm quite beardy and hairy and I haven't shaved and deal with it. I haven't got glasses, otherwise I would have done the glasses. So, we've had this week, I think it was probably last week actually, we had the Superman and Batman trailer, which looks like it could be quite good. Because I didn't really like Man of Steel, I thought it was pretty much just garbage. I'm going to reserve any kind of judgment until I actually see the movie, but I'm hopeful. And we'll leave it at that. We've also, talking of like Batman and Superman and DC stuff, we've also had Jared Leto. Is it Leto or is it Leto? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we had a picture of him as the Joker for the Sinister Six movie that's going to be happening at some point. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Like, the hair and makeup looks pretty good. I'm not sure about the weird tattoos, though. Of, like, the ha kind of stuff. I don't know if they're supposed to be tattoos or if they've just been done for that particular poster picture thing. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then we've had two trailers for Star Wars stuff. We had the Star Wars Battlefront trailer, which looked... The actual trailer itself is awesome. The only downside to that is that it doesn't give you any information about what's actually going to be in the game, and it doesn't actually give you any gameplay footage whatsoever. So you have no idea what the game is even going to look like. So it seems they're obviously trying to get people to pre-order. And you know, you watch that trailer and you get excited for it. You do. I did. Because you're like, wow, that looks really awesome. You know, it's got a bit of Darth Vader in there, and Boba Fett, and Stormtroopers, and AT-ATs, and ATSTs, and it just looks amazing. Speeder bikes, great stuff. But, yeah, I don't really know enough about the game to be able to tell you whether it's going to be any good. The trailer's good, but, as I say, it doesn't have any gameplay, so we don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know. As far as I'm aware, you're going to be able to switch between third person and first person views. But that's all I know. I really want Star Wars Battlefront to be awesome, but I've got this really horrible feeling that it's going to be pretty mediocre. I think it's. I really want it to be good. Really want it to be good. But I just got this feeling in my bones that it's going to end up like Battlefield Hardline. And you'll be playing it and it'll be like a reskinned Battlefield Hardline or something. And it's just going to be like... Oh. Just played this game. I really want Star Wars Battlefront to be awesome. But I just got this feeling that it's just not going to be awesome. Which makes me sad. Makes me sad in the cold recesses of where my heart used to be. And the other thing is obviously the Star Wars movie trailer, because we had like a little sneak peek teaser trailer earlier on in the year, and now we've got like a proper trailer, although it still doesn't really tell us much about it. But we did see Han and Chewie right at the end of the trailer, which I'm going to assume that you've seen the trailer because it was kind of everywhere for quite a while. Yeah, I did get quite excited for that as well. I think knowing that they're using more practical effects and less CGI than the prequels did, I am quite excited for this because I feel like I'm quite confident in J.J. Abrams' ability to pull this off and to make this work as a Star Wars movie, as they should be. because they used lots of practical effects when they made the original 3 movies. They didn't have lots of CGI and technology back then to be able to do the things that George Lucas then did with the prequels. So I'm hoping that because they've kind of gone back to basics to a degree, that it will look and feel like a Star Wars movie. So I'm hoping with the practical effects that they're using in the new ones that it'll be good. Plus, we've had good reports from Kevin Smith, who I admire as a director and filmmaker himself. I like the movies that he's made. So the fact that he's been on set, he got invited there by J.J. Abrams, and he got to walk on to the Millennium Falcon. It just kind of makes me feel excited for it because I've seen him get excited for it, and I thought, well, if Silent Bob, Kevin Smith, is going to get excited for Star Wars, then maybe I probably should as well. The next thing, obviously, is if Simon Pegg gets excited for it, because we all know how he feels about Phantom Menace. So if he gets excited about it, then I think it's pretty safe to get excited about it. And maybe he knows more about it than we do, because he's worked with J.J. Abrams a couple of times with the Star Trek movies. So Star Wars film, looking forward to, quietly excited. Star Wars game, Battlefront, hopeful, but not expecting it to be all that great. Jared Leto as the Joker. I guess we'll see what the others look like that go with him. I don't know. And Batman vs Superman. I'd really like it to be good. I really would. I don't have a I'm DC or Marvel type thing. I don't really care. I don't read the comic books, so I don't really care whether it's DC or Marvel. If it's a good movie, then it's a good movie. And Batfleck looked really good in the trailer. Bruce Fleck, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. I don't like casting judgment when you've only got like a little bit to go on. I like to have a bit more information before I can really give you my true opinions. But at a first glance, my first impression, that is what it is. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, because oh my god, there's so much to say. Age of Ultron. I went to see that on Thursday, and it was great. It was everything I was kind of expecting it to be, which was in a way a little disappointing because it didn't really do anything that I wasn't expecting. There was a few little bits here and there that I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, I didn't really see that coming, or that's kind of nice. But it was literally like a moment or something that they just put in. I think there was probably a bit more humour in this one than there was in the previous one, and whether that's because of the success of Guardians of the Galaxy, because that was quite a comedic film all the way through, really. Whether that's because of the success of that or not, I don't know. But even Ultron, who is the bad guy, in case you didn't know already. I'm trying not to give away too many spoilers, but I think it's fairly obvious that Ultron is the baddie. Even he has some like funny quips and one-liners and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool and interesting, because you don't really see bad guys making jokes that often, or if they do, they're not really that funny. So yeah, it was really good. If you liked the other Marvel movies with those characters in, then you're probably going to like it. So yeah, I was going to talk more about Age of Ultron, but I really don't want to give you too many spoilers because it only came out on Thursday, so there's chances are that you haven't watched it yet. But if you were thinking of going to watch it and you enjoyed the other Avengers movie, then you will certainly enjoy this one. I think this one might be a bit longer, so make sure you have a wee before you go in. Top tips from Sparky from going to the cinema. Have a little wee before you go in. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go because I've got other videos to edit as well as this one, and I've got to upload this one as well. Oh, so busy, so busy. So I'm gonna go, and I will see you next week. I'm gonna go. I said that before, but I am actually gonna go. So I will see you next week, and we'll talk about more movies and video games and stuff. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.